And then here, where you would call f, you now do something else. Right? You now, I guess you like spawn the boat, or like, no, you don't spawn it, you spawn like the boat floor or the boat walls, right? Like right now we don't really have any logic for creating those entities, but it's pretty easy to do. So there's a function called spawn boat floor. There's a component called like output. And then when you spawn the boat floor, its tile is the boat floor tile. And it is, okay, so part of it is set. There's also the boat wall. Or edge, I guess we call it, edge. Same deal, this tile is a boat edge, it's part of the boat, it's also solid. Cool. And the floor is floor, but the edge is feature. And then I think for the like docking stuff, you might want a different symbol to represent that, like otherwise it's gonna be really weird and confusing and it's gonna look like the boat's like melting into the ground. So maybe we have like another kind of floor. Or maybe the boat floor just, okay, no, screw that, it's too complicated. The boat floor just has a different symbol than what we're currently using. So we're just going to comment this out for now, and we're going to comment this out for now. Yep, and then when you render the boat, we use a comma instead of a period. And then here, we don't really have, alright, that is a reference, ah crap. No, that's fine. This is why we designed it this way. Not quite. We won't be able to spawn it using the spawn function because it'll blur the whole world. Is that right? Is there a way of avoiding the need to do that? When do we actually like talk about the boat? Do we ever talk about the boat? What do we even use the boat for? It's just getting a coordinate, right? So like, just do this. Oh, I see. Fine, okay. your coordinate and you get your heading. Boat heading. It's this. It should be so this is boat heading, right, and now we can spawn the boat. Spawn boat edge. Oh, right. There's additional layers. Wait, are there? Yeah, maybe not. Hang on. They don't have to be now, right? Because they never overlap. So you're gonna spawn the boat edge at forward plus boat forward. This is do that first. This is gonna be weird. It's gonna like it's either gonna immediately crash when you move the boat, or it's gonna cause like a trail to form. I think it's gonna crash immediately. Oh. Never mind, it didn't do any of that. Oh, I didn't actually call this function, am I? Well, let's call it. Let's try as code. We're gonna like no longer do this. Instead, we're gonna do, every time the boat moves, we're gonna do, or rotates, or like anything happens to the boat, you can say, rasterize boat. When the game starts, rasterize the boat. Where does the game start? Like, here, mutable, thing, rasterize boat. And we're eventually going to clear all of the boat stuff out of the state every time you do this, but before that happens, let's just see how it goes. It's gonna, oh, damn. Stuff overlaps, doesn't it? Okay, fine. Make it not overlap. Annoying. Okay, I'm gonna skip. That's such a hack. Is that gonna work? No. Oh, it's because they don't go around in a circle. They go in a funny order. All we can really do. It's like, I know what you have to do. You're putting it into this set anyway, so it's not really even a cost. It's saying put in boat edge, and then you're spawning. It's still going to be called as boat. I don't need this location. Okay, so now it shouldn't crash immediately, but as soon as we move the boat, it's going to crash. Good. Okay. Easy. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to go through all of the entities, components, boat, part of boat, entities. We can't just instantly delete these because of bird checker, and it might be unsafe. should be able to drive the boat around again. Oh. The edges of the boat are definitely part of the boat, right? Good question. How's that controlled? Boat edge, part of boat, yeah. Oh, it's not, wait, yeah. Interesting. Where is that? It's already occupied. Oh, I know what's up. Cool. Same deal with the floor. Not gonna work. Should work. Cool, and then this is where you close an infection, right? Oh, yeah. So I guess what's nice about this is you kind of end up with this two-phase process. You can move this all the way down to the bottom. I can only do it if it's like allowed. And you can even move this to the bottom. Like, this is the point where you're sort of committing the move. And before this point, you haven't had any side effects. You can just bail and nothing happens. And so this is more like, you know, try to rasterize the boat. And it's not returning Boolean. If it does rasterize the boat, then it's true. Otherwise, all kinds of things can. Oh. Yeah. Rasterize boat. I guess it's going to be try rasterize boat. Try rasterize boat. There's a third one somewhere. Try rasterize boat. This one fails, then the game cannot proceed. The other one's more like you try to move the boat, but you can't because of where it would end up, so it just doesn't do anything. The things that can go wrong to cause it to not rasterize the boat. We're going to call this not scene. We're going to call this like boat floor scene. Boat floor. show floor and show floor. Alright, so the rules for collisions for boats. If the edge of the boat overlaps with a floor, then the edge becomes the floor instead of the edge. And if the edge of the boat overlaps, right, yeah. So if the floor of the boat overlaps with the floor, hey, yes, this is Vim. This is NeoVim. So we're gonna go through. I'm gonna go through coordinates in the boat floor first, I suppose. We need to distinguish between the cases where they overlap with themselves. We could do it based on tile. We could do it based on